Hello, my name is Patrick Conway. I'm the chairman of the Greenway Co-op. I'm talking to you from my house here in Collooney, which is, I suppose, half a mile away from the Greenway at Carramore. The Greenway project, I suppose, it's in a good place. TII are working on an application which will lead, hopefully, to the creation of the Greenway. Naturally, this is slower than we'd like, but it's going to be done in a very concise and solid way. So in the meantime, I suppose we'd like to start thinking about what the Greenway will look like, what little gems people will find when they're travelling the Greenway. A Greenway is more than a strip of concrete or a strip of tarmac. This Greenway will be showing people the delights of the Sligo area from Collooney to Bellaghy. So this video is really to introduce you all to that area.
Yeah, I suppose I have to be biased. I went to school in Carramore School, and that sits about 300 yards away from the future Greenway. If you're in Carramore School, behind you is the hill of Knocknashee, and that'll be there to be discovered. There was a lovely walk up to it. The source of the Moy trickles along by the school, heading all the way to Ballina. And then in front of the school is the Ox Mountains. So it's a very beautiful place. And I just feel that it'll be one of the lovely places to discover for someone that's passing the Greenway. They can maybe come up for an hour, or they might spend 2 days discovering the area. Yeah, I suppose potential is a word we use a lot in connection with the Greenway, and Carramore School is a perfect example. Built in 1834, closed in 1973. I was one of the last pupils to complete their education there. And I mean, the potential for Carramore School is whatever we want it to be. Maybe it'll be a toilet stop, maybe it'll be a little coffee shop, maybe it'll be a little interpretive centre for the whole Knocknashee region. It's all there to play for, but it certainly is a little gem that can be accessed from the Greenway from two directions. And in fact, you could leave the Greenway at Carramore Station, come to the school and resume your travels 200 yards down the road. Loads of potential, beautiful place, and I feel that the Greenway is going to bring it into its own. Yeah, I suppose it's one of the things that I focus on. There's a beautiful bridge that passes at, I suppose, Cashel North. It passes over the railway line, a beautiful stone bridge. And I continually see a set of steps or some kind of an exit where you can leave the Greenway there. You're about 250 yards from Carramore School. And I just think it will be something beautiful. The view when you stand on the bridge is lovely. The view when you're below on the line looking up at the bridge is lovely. When you look through that bridge, you can actually see another bridge further up on the Greenway. And that's one of my dreams, that something will happen at that bridge with the help of the council in the future.
My name is Damien McGuinn. I'm currently Secretary of Collooney Development Company. We're located here in Collooney Community Park, adjacent to the Sligo Greenway. My position on the Greenway is a board member of the Greenway Co-op, and I'm very enthusiastic about the future development of the Greenway for recreational, social and economic benefits to the community. The Collooney Development Company have had a strategy for many years to make Collooney the cycling and activity hub of Sligo. To further that vision, we helped develop the National Mountain Bike Centre here in Collooney, located just directly behind us, 500 metres behind us on the mountain. We also have a pump track facility here, a bicycle BMX pump track facility. We are also located on the Eurovelo 1 route for road cyclists, and have hosted national road championships in the village historically. So we have a lot of very good cycling routes adjacent to the village. One of the major benefits of the proposed Greenway route along the railway corridor is that it sits adjacent to Collooney Development Company community property. So we're currently standing in the community park, which has football field, cafe, astroturf, playground facilities already built there. On the other side of the railway track, directly in front of me, there's a 1.75 acre site, which we would also propose to be a future trailhead for the Greenway. This is land that's currently in community ownership, which has been agreed within the community to be used for that purpose. A former railway gatekeeper's cottage is situated at the northern end of the village, and on the southern end has Bellaghy station. Both of these buildings are unfortunately going into a state of dilapidation, but should they be refurbished as part of the Greenway project, they provide a great opportunity to protect and preserve the architectural and historical memories of the old railway line. There's a lot of features of the railway line that we would like to see keep intact. A lot of the signage, a lot of the stonework, a lot of the memories and what the railway meant to the communities when it was first built and during its operation. These all can be preserved in these buildings as a museum type structure. They can also be used as opportunities for tourism and information related development.
Joanne Hosey is my name. I am a voluntary board member of Tubbercurry Development Company, also known as TDC, and TDC looks after the An Chrí Digital Hub here in Tubbercurry. An Chrí Digital Hub is a state-of-the-art facility recently refurbished here on the Ballina Road. An Chrí Digital Hub is a state-of-the-art facility here in Tubbercurry, recently refurbished to a very high standard. We have a fantastic boardroom allowing Zoom and team meetings for board meetings, for committee meetings, etc. We also have a fantastic large event space upstairs for holding large meetings, AGM functions, etc. And then we've got a fantastic video creation podcast studio where businesses can promote their businesses, but also where community groups can come together to tell their stories. We've got a very interesting podcast going as well within our group called South Sligo Talks, where we're promoting all the news around the locality. We have state-of-the-art remote working and office facilities on site as well, with 500 meg broadband. So all in all, a really strong package here in Tubbercurry. Yeah, Tubbercurry Development Company has a key purpose, which is to enable the economic prosperity of the wider South Sligo region. And certainly from my perspective, I see the Greenway playing a key role in relation to that. The Greenway will bring tourism to the locality. The Greenway will bring jobs to the locality. And if we can get more jobs in the locality, I think that's a good thing. That will drive economic prosperity. Specifically, we see An Chrí Digital Hub playing a key role in terms of the Greenway development, and we're certainly excited at the prospect of having Greenway users using our facilities here in An Chrí, specifically our remote working facilities, which are state-of-the-art.
My name is Mick O'Hara. I'm the proprietor of the Yates County Inn in Curry here. Behind us here, about 50 yards away, is the proposed new Sligo Greenway. We currently employ here approximately 30 full-time employees, and there's also some part-time members that work with us at the weekends.
We look at the Waterford Greenway. You know, it's a prime example of what can be done. This is sitting right on our doorstep here. We can see great potential on a year-round basis. You know, we can make the season far longer than what it is at the moment, That will increase employment for not just the hotel here, but it will create new employment in the area. You've got such things like bike hire rental, shuttle bus services, new tea shops, new restaurants. The list is endless. And from these things, other opportunities will arise, such as maybe tours to different to the Ox Mountains and things like that. Nature tours. So the potential for this area, if we get the Greenway up and running, is just unbelievable. Well, again, one of the great advantages we have here that's probably not being tapped into in this vicinity is the fact that we're so local to Knock Airport. We have, we have plane loads of people coming into the airport, which is approximately 6 miles away, and yet they're off to Westport, they're off to Galway. There's nobody actually stopping in this area. So I see a great potential. It gives people a reason to stop in the area, spend a day or two here, spend some money, and if everybody does that, then we'll reap the rewards of it.
My name's Dara McNeil. I've moved to the area about 13 years ago. My wife is O'Hara from this pub, Joanne O'Hara, where she's a third generation to live in the building behind us. We're just working on trying to get Bellaghy back into a bit of focus with the County Council. We've reformed the Bellaghy Development Committee. I suppose it had gone extinct for a few years with COVID and a few other reasons. We're just trying to get it back up and running. So the main focus of our group is just to reinvigorate the Bellaghy village. There's a number of young families that have moved back in the area since COVID. They've moved back from Dublin and from various parts of the world. They're bringing up kids. There's a lot of young families. It's a kind of vibrant area, but we don't have a lot of infrastructure or amenities really for children or for the older generations to walk around, and just things for people to do in the area. We've all been to Westport in this part of the world. We've seen the magnificent facility, the Greenway over there, or any Greenway really that people might have been on, and the positive interactions that people have, and the positive interaction it would have for the area. There's a lovely walk along the railway track at the minute. It's just a well-worn path that we have all done over the past number of years, and just the thought of that being cleaned up and into a proper facility to allow people to walk and go on walks or take their bikes and take their kids safely out of the way of the busy N17, which you might hear in the background.
My name is Noel Johnston, and I'm the chairman of the Knocknashee Community Hub, of which we're standing outside here today. It's a project in South Sligo developed by the local community. I'm also the treasurer of the Sligo Greenway Co-op.
The Knocknashee Hub is situated here in South Sligo in Lava, and it came about, originally it was the centre of our village here. It was a pub and restaurant, nightclub, and it was closed down for numerous reasons. But in COVID times, it came on the market. There was a vulture fund owned it, and it came on the market, and the community decided that we should really pool our resources and buy it for the community. So that's really what happened. We had a very short time window of about 2 weeks, and we raised €100,000. We went off to an online auction and we bought this place, and there's a huge amount of people involved in it. We probably have over 100 volunteers. And we run a community cafe here, a very successful one over the weekends, and we have a large function room at the back that caters for all sorts of parties, kiddies parties up to fashion nights or meetings, all sorts of stuff going on. And the third section then is to develop a social club, really to buck the trend in Western Ireland, to put back a social club here in our community so that people can meet and entertain themselves at the weekends. And we're fortunate in that the Greenway goes right through our community, from when it leaves Collooney all the way up to our community and until it hits Tubbercurry. So there's a huge stretch of potential Greenway here right on our doorstep. And there's some important connections off the Greenway, which would be Mucklety Hill and also Knocklashy. Now the Knocklashy walk is very successful already. We are benefiting from that here in the cafe, where we get a lot of people walking the hill, come down for coffees and stuff. And I would see that continuing, in the community. I would expect that people would probably have accommodation options, and people could maybe stop here, and while they're here they might visit our cafe, or maybe some entertainment here at night time in the function room. So yeah, I would see a huge connection between ourselves and the Greenway.
Hi, my name is Patricia Connolly. I've been from Collooney all my life, friends and family all around. I'm part of the Collooney Greenway support group, have been since it was established 2 years ago. Summertime down here was alive with children, anybody from the age of 10 and upwards. A lot of the guys and lassies learned to swim here. It's just always been part of our scenery. We've played here, fished here. Collooney has a long history with the railway lines. We're very, very lucky in the way that we have got a 3-line crisscross in this village, connecting us to Enniskillen and to the Western Link. So the amenities that it could open up, the contacts that would be made between counties, the sky's the limit. We've got something very unique here. We have the possibility for 2 greenways connecting in our small village, which hopefully would make the village a PowerPoint as such between the 2 greenways. The mill itself could be an absolute jewel in the crown for the Greenway. I mean, you could have endless possibilities of what it could be turned into. I know it's under private ownership, but there's nothing stopping them from coming in and seeing if both Fáilte would get on board and help them out and do something with it. It could have bike hire in it, there could be a restaurant, could be a railway museum. I mean, there's so much potential here by the river. Like, that's just one example of one thing that could be refurbished or established here in the village.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's just a tiny slice of what a future Greenway is going to look like through our eyes. But of course, a Greenway experience is going to be different for everyone, and that will be the magic of a Greenway. One person's Greenway could be a 20-minute walk in the evening. Another person's Greenway could be a 35-kilometre cycle over a 3-hour period. That's the wonderful thing we have to look forward to. The Greenway will belong to everyone. All I'd ask is, in the meantime, while we're waiting, keep talking about the Greenway, keep talking to your politicians, keep telling the public about the wonderful Greenway that's on the way very soon. Thank you.
I went down to the river's edge to try and find myself again. I was lost and far away. I hope to find myself someday. Way down by the river's edge,